What's going on, guys? Sorry for you guys seeing my Spotify, but I had to do a display capture for the webcam portion. I'm sorry. I apologize. But anyway, Todd here, joined as always by the ever-awesome, a fan favorite, Moriarty. How are you?
Hello. I'm good. How are you?
I mean, this is weird. This is weird to me.
A little bit, yeah.
Tell
me about it.
So, alright. Ooh. I gotta be very careful what I'm doing because I'm doing display capture.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of weird. First off, I mean, thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for your support. Thank you for downloading this on... And I can now say, on all platforms, podcasts are available. Because us motherfuckers now on Spotify.
Yay.
We're on Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, TuneIn, Radio Public, and Stitcher. I mean, and then whatever other one that catches podcasts. I mean, if you're on Spotify, iTunes, and Stitcher, for the most part, every other place gets you. We weren't on Spotify. We are now.
Yay.
This is awesome.
Yes.
And because we're on Spotify, we have a new listener base.
Yes, we do.
So, let me get the plugs out of the way first.
Yes.
Before I get into this whole debacle. If you guys want to support us here at the Precipice Podcast Network, support us on Gimmick Bag. There's a few options for you guys. Obviously, you can go to our Patreon, patreon.com/precipicepodcast. You can go to our merch store, tpublic.com/user/theprecipice, and you can get yourself some really cool, and it's backwards for you guys, but you can get yourself some really cool shirts, such as this Nashville by Night, Tennessee State design, which I really love. And then, I mean, I love it. I really do. I put up a new design earlier today, too. And I mean, then we have the Jackson by Night variant, which I fucking love. I like them both.
Yes.
I like this one better. What can I say? I mean, it calls out two of my favorite people, Ian A.A. Watson and Mr. Manny Rods, a Twitch personality who actually has something coming up. He's going to be doing a Genesis console thing or something. I didn't get exact details, but he's all about retro gaming, and apparently he signed up for some competition or race or something like that with Sega Genesis games. Sweet. Yeah, so me and that motherfucker would play fucking Sega all fucking day. That was what we did growing up. Me and this motherfucker go back 20 years?
Shit.
Over 20 years? I mean, we've known each other a long, long time, and I mean, he's honestly one of my oldest and dearest friends. And I love supporting him whenever I can, so.
Yes. Manny's amazing.
Manny is amazing. But yeah, so that's why I like the Jackson by Night design. What can I say? Also, it's topical for like where we are in the role play, which you guys could hear on all those fine platforms as well. Because all of the Precipice Podcast Network shows are now on Spotify fucking what? Did not expect that.
How long ago did you put in for them to be like reviewed and stuff?
Okay, so when I set up all the podcasting stuff for us initially,
Yes.
and I mean, I'm talking like episode 1. I had applied for Spotify. I'd applied to get us on Spotify, applied to get us on iTunes and all the other platforms. And at that point, we were just video, too. So I was just like, all right, well, if we get approved, then, no big deal. But then when we got into, like, more of the audio format of it, I really pushed for iTunes and all the other ones. And we got all the other ones. And Spotify is just like, nah, not this time. Of course, they also had their podcasting thing in beta. Like, it was, like, really in beta at that time. And they were trying to just get, like, they would get your Edge and Christians, your Sam Roberts, your Joe Rogans, stuff like that. People that have a following.
Right.
And this past week, I was just like, fuck it. Let me reapply. Let me reapply. And what's the worst that can happen? The shows have grown. And I mean, and if one show gets approved, then maybe we have a chance of getting the other ones approved as well. Put them in. Gimmick Bag approved. Fuck yes. Pod Errors approved. Fuck yes. And then I was just like, actually, no, you know what? I lie. The first one I was like, let me see if I can get Nashville by Night on there. And Nashville by Night got approved, and I'm like, what? All right, now let's try Gimmick Bag and Pod Errors. So I ended up getting those on there, and I was really happy to do that and bring that to you guys. But yeah, I mean, we, obviously, we have sponsors. We got to give them their time. So obviously, let's do that right now. And we'll start off with the one I forget all the time. No Sideshow Collectibles. I'm sorry, Sideshow Collectibles, for forgetting you guys all the time. You guys are amazing. You put out great statues and prints, and it's fucking amazing. I have shelf space now, motherfuckers. I got fucking shelf space. I mean, it's filling up with these pop figures, but I got shelf space.
But you can put collectibles on there too.
I could. You see, what I could do is square off that bottom shelf and just move everything down, and then I could go and start with putting statues up top.
Yep.
And that's what I'm thinking about doing. I honestly am. Like, one of the things I'm still looking at, if it's still available, is that baby Groot with the like fucking 20 points of articulation and shit, and it looks so fucking cool. I would love to do that. We also have the Violet Vixen.
Yes.
Goth, steampunk, burlesque, clothing, men's, women's, household goods. They got it. Amazing company, amazing prices. You're looking for something unique, I would definitely give them a look, because they are fucking terrific. I mean, I know Ray was going on about, like, I don't understand how they could do spiral-bound steel bone corsets for that cheap. Because it was like something like $80, and it was
which is a steal for that.
It is a fucking steal. Of course, we have our good friends over at Vape Vigilante, Valiant Vapes rather, and Breezy. You guys can check both of them out if you're looking for vape gear, e-liquid, any of that. They got you. One might have stuff that the other doesn't. Valiant Vapes now does CBD. So you can get your CBD. Yes, it's THC free, but you can get your CBD through them now, which is great. I mean, I myself, some of you guys may know, some of you guys may not know, I do have a lot of pain issues. I do not take prescription medication for it. I have a high risk for addiction. And because of that, my options are extremely limited. And since I started using CBD to kind of help manage the pain, I've been doing really good. So, hey, I mean, I'm loving it. I really am. And Valiant Vapes, everything, they do all this. Most of their stuff is from Savage Enterprises. Savage is fantastic. They got great lines of liquids, so many different brands, so many great flavors. And then they also have the CBD line, which is terrific. And I'm doing that awkward pause because I just had that moment where I forgot where I was going with this.
Okay, so we've had
Gary Poppins Gourmet Small Batch Popcorn. You guys like popcorn? I'm not a huge fan, but I love fucking Gary Poppins. Gary Poppins, y'all. Fucking get on that shit. Get on that. No, seriously, they're terrific. Very well priced. Amazing for what it is. It is small batch gourmet popcorn. Tons of different flavor combinations. You can get all different sizes. You can get the big tins that people used to get for Christmas and go, why the fuck did you give me popcorn for Christmas? Well, people won't be saying that shit anymore if you give that as a gift. What is it? We got what holiday do we have coming up? We have what?
Easter.
Easter. It's a little too late to get it in for Easter. Maybe. No, you might be able to get it in for Easter.
Got like 12 days?
Something like that. I mean, if you put in an order, there's a good chance you can get somebody an Easter tin of Gary Poppins Gourmet Small Batch Popcorn. Otherwise, I mean, what, Father's Day in June? Memorial Day?
Should be coming up beforehand,
I think so. I don't know. I don't celebrate.
I know.
I don't celebrate.
I don't blame you.
I don't celebrate Mother's Day.
I don't blame you.
But what is it? I guess Mother's Day? Don't be that asshole that goes, hey, Mom, happy Mother's Day. Here's a fucking vacuum. Like a lot of assholes do. Go, here's some delicious small batch gourmet popcorn from your friends over at Gary Poppins. Precipice Podcast Network sent me. Deuces.
Oh my god.
I've missed this.
I know.
I've missed it. What other sponsors have I missed?
See, Sideshow, Violet Vixen, Vivi and Breezy, Gary Poppins, Fanatical.
I love Fanatical. I really do.
Too.
Fanatical is amazing. Amazing prices, constant deals. So, like, if you're looking for specific PC titles, there's a good chance they have it at a better price than you get it on Steam, better price than you get it on Humble, better price than you get it on GOG. Yes, 90% of their games are Steam codes, which is cool. It's not this shady third-party bullshit where, somebody's reselling their keys. No. These are from the developers. Developers are getting theirs, and you guys are getting yours, and you're getting it at a discount, which is really cool. They also do like mystery bundles.
Mm-hmm.
You can buy like 3 keys for like $5, and it's like, I'll just buy. Like I bought, what is it? I think I said this last time. I bought a mystery pack. It was 3 mystery keys for like $10,
mm-hmm.
and each game was valued at about $20.
Dang.
I mean, let's look at that. I mean, if I'm going to parrot somebody,
mm-hmm.
and I'm going to use it in a proper way. I use a lot of different platforms when I buy games online.
Mm-hmm.
I bought games on the Xbox Store. I bought games on Steam, on GOG, on Fanatical, on Humble. I don't mind using multiple different platforms. But when I do, I always look for the best deal. And you know what helps me out? Fanatical. Fanatical helps me out. I mean, it's not going to help me out with the Xbox Store, obviously. I mean, it won't help me out with a PS4. No. But if I'm looking for something on, like they just did a crazy Star deal, which their Star deals are 24-hour deals. where they have a limited amount of keys and they can sell them like super fucking cheap. And they did one, it was Vanquish and Bayonetta for like 75% off retail.
Dang.
Man, you have no idea, man. My wallet was just like, don't you fucking look at me. And I'm just like, but, and they're like, you already have both those games. And I'm looking at my wallet and I'm like, you right. But fanatical though.
But fanatical though.
Yeah. And I mean, to kind of wrap this up, I talked about liking mystery things, and Loot Crate's like the ultimate mystery box service out there. Pay your money every month, get a box every month or every 2 months, depending on which one you select. Whether it's a monthly box, a bi-monthly, a quarterly box, or every 2 months or whatever. They have a lot of options. They really do. You like horror, they got a box for that. You like gaming, they got a box for that. You like Fallout, they got a box for that. I mean, you want just like socks? You can get socks, like just socks from Loot Crate. They have Lootwear.
Interesting. Oh, that's right.
Yeah, Lootwear, which is all part of that. Ray subscribes to Lootwear.
Ooh.
And reminds me that every time Lootwear shows up that it's not something that they're interested in.
Mm-hmm.
And if they had paid attention to the emails when the announcement gets sent out of like what the new like theme is or the franchise is involved, they would have skipped that month. It happens though. But yeah, I mean, it's we have some great sponsors. We really do. Obviously, we can't do it without you guys. Thank you for listening. Good night. I'm joking.
And we're done.
And we're done. Business has been done. Let me get a drink because I'm fucking sweating.
Oh god. It must be really, how warm is it over there?
So, my AC is set to 70 right now.
Oh god.
Because it was 90 in here.
Oh jeez.
I'm like pouring sweat and I'm like, why am I sweating so much? And I look at the thermostat over in the corner and I'm like, oh, it's 90 degrees in here. Ain't that some shit?
Well,
yeah. So, it's a thing.
Afraid it's like 50 something degrees over here.
I would fucking love it. I will trade myself for an Anubis because he'll have no problem with this weather.
Oh yeah, no, he'll love it.
He'd be like, oh my god, this is great. Can it be like this all year round? And I'm like, yes. Oh, this is great. Fucking Ventru. Fucking Ventru.
Oh my god.
So, considering we're on the new platform, we're on Spotify. As I said, not to bury the lead or anything like that, but we have picked up new listeners.
Hi everyone.
Some of which I happen to know.
Ah, yes.
It's a thing. It's a thing that happens. So I'm not gonna go in and kind of throw people out there, but there are people that I associate with daily that are now listeners to the podcasts. And one of them specifically said Moriarty is my favorite.
Aw. Chuck.
Then there was also the whole like, are you guys a thing? Like, which I thought was like really weird, and I'm like, no. Like,
yeah, a little bit.
No. And it's just like, really? And I'm like, yeah,
really?
yeah, like really, like for reals. Like, no, it's not, no. You have such great chemistry, though. Yeah, well, I mean, I wouldn't be doing a show with somebody I don't have chemistry with. I mean, it's just the way it is.
Very fair.
And then, the last update on that was, I need to join your Discord because I totally shipped that. And I'm like, God damn it, you son of a bitch. You son of a bitch.
Well, for those of you that will probably hear the clickety-clack that is my background, that is actually my fiance back there gaming while we podcast.
Yep.
So, that's a thing.
Yep. That is indeed.
Sorry to ruin your ship with cannons, but
yeah, well.
You can continue shipping, though. I do it all the time.
Huh? What? I don't, honestly, I don't think I've ever shipped anything.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, back in my super fanatical fangirl days. Yeah.
Last week?
Cute. Maybe. Shh, you don't know me.
But I do.
Shh.
No, Ray talks all the time about shipping stuff, and I'm just like, I guess, I don't know. It's like, oh, and I get people that. So I mean, like at work, I'll have people come in. There's specific people that'll come in, and they'll be talking about stuff, and they'll be like, one of them tried like explaining to me like the different ships that they have, and I'm just like, I have no idea what's going on. I'm just gonna smile, nod, and hope you buy something. And if you don't buy something, then somebody buys something for you, because yeah, it's a thing.
Yep.
I whatevs. I mean, you do you. I've never really like subscribed, so to speak, to a ship or anything like that. I've never looked at it and said like, oh well, I need to see what this. Oh, I these two have to be. No, I mean, I'm a weird person. I'm a fucking weird person.
Well, so am I. So it evens out.
Yeah, well, no, and I mean,
in different ways. I'm weird in different ways. We balance.
Yes. Well, I mean, you're of House Brilliance. I'm of House Balance. You know, hashtag Thanos is right. That quick. That's all it took. I just wiped out 3/4 of humanity. I'm joking.
I saw a meme on Facebook earlier of like people going through like the towns after the snap, and it's like, we have to undo this, and it's like me on my 17th ride through Space Mountain, or that would totally be me though. I'd totally go to Disney and just ride all the fucking rides.
Hey, it's the first time in a long time. You know how long? I don't even need to go and fast pass this. Like,
exactly.
I don't need to use a fast. I don't need to be put on a wait list to be put on a fast pass for this. I can just walk right up. What? This is madness. Thanks, Thanos.
Oh my god.
I mean, okay, so this is just a pure hypothetical. And this is a question I'm going to pose to you.
Okay.
The snap happens, right? Half of life on Earth is gone. One of those people happens to be somebody you know has some good shit you wish you had. Is it looting?
Maybe?
I mean,
like, if it can be undone, then yes, you're a thief. But if it can't be undone, hey, free awesome shit. But
the thing is, it's like, you're not an Avenger. You don't know that it can be undone.
Right.
You're just like, I just watched this motherfucker turn to dust. Like, I don't this isn't a cold. He's not going to get better from this. He'd probably want me to have his flat screen.
Maybe. He would have wanted it this way.
Yeah. It'd be a shame. It'd be a shame if that new RTX 2070 went to waste. I mean,
oh god.
Just saying. Just saying. I mean, I'm not saying like, you know, just. I'm not saying like you actively go out and like, but it's like somebody you know.
Right.
And it's just like, I mean, they would probably want somebody to enjoy this stuff. They would also probably want somebody to go and kind of scrub as much of their stuff as possible, just in case people come looking around. I'm just saying. I mean, the protocol is... This has always been my protocol. Like, if something happens to me and I die...
Mm-hmm. Can I have your pop figures?
You could.
Okay, good.
You can. But in exchange for those, you'll have to do specific things. Like, get rid of my incriminating stuff. Like, all the stuff that makes me look like an immoral human being has to go. Okay. My browser history has to be scrubbed.
Okay,
things like that.
That deletes your browser history for you.
Yeah, for all that.
Yes. I think I can do that. Yeah. I will fly over to your location.
Fly over to my location.
And then just, like, walk out of your front door with pop figures falling out of my arms.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, like, some of the stuff I keep together anyway. So it's just to be, like, easy to be like, oh, okay, well, all right, so it was that rolling bag and this handbag, and those go right in the trash. Nobody needs to see those. So you don't even have to go into them and figure out what does he want me to get rid of? No, you just take it and you're like, oh, this is the thing? Boom, trash. There we go. Problem solved. And then you go through the browser history and you're just like, let's just reformat everything. I mean, just... That's
probably not. Let's defrag. It probably hasn't had that happen in a while.
I defrag this thing, like, almost religiously.
Okay.
Like, every...
I don't. I am, like, the worst computer owner ever.
Every few days, I run, like, standard PC maintenance stuff. So, and it's usually like, all right, let me set this. I'm now going to watch stuff on my Xbox. It's going to do that. And I'm going to fall asleep, so Netflix will tell me that I finished the series, but in all actuality, I'm only on episode 2.
How many times has that happened to you?
A few. Maybe a handful. In the last month and a half.
Oh my god.
I put stuff on when I'm sleepy. I try not to watch stuff I haven't seen before. But there's times I'm like, oh, I don't feel like watching. Let me go and start this series. And I'll be like, oh, I'm not tired at all. Like, let me put this on, I'll sit here, I'll watch it, blah, blah, blah. And the next thing you know, I'm just like... Boom, done. It's just the way it goes. It is outrageous. It's like it's like anti-Netflix at that point, because you know how Netflix is just like you watch like 3 episodes and you haven't touched anything. It's just like, do you want to continue this? Are you done? You want to continue this series? I'm like an episode in, my brain's just like, oh, you're done, so we're gonna shut down and just let it do its thing. And we'll make sure you roll onto the remote so Netflix still thinks that you're there, so it doesn't pop up the message until you knock your remote off the bed. And then, it'll finish the series, and then it'll be at like that weird, like, here's something we're trying to promote, and it'll play that like 12, 13 times, and then it's just like, are you even there anymore? Really? Like, you just... Wow, that's fucking rude. Like...
How dare you?
How dare you, sir? It's only going to get worse with the Disney Plus streaming service, too.
Oh my god.
Only going to get worse.
Yep.
So Disney has basically said that like every movie they've done is going to be on the service.
Yay.
Which is cool. Which means like the days of like the Disney Vault is gone.
Yes.
Which, I mean, I'm thankful for. But does this mean that certain things that are in that vault are going to be coming out?
Maybe.
Certain things that they don't want out are gonna come.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm talking Song of the South, y'all.
I know. I know.
I was at a local gaming store, and they sell they sell comic books, they sell some pop figures, they some older games, and then of course like Magic cards, Yu-Gi-Oh, all the other stuff. But then they also had like some old VHS tapes, and one of them was Song of the South, and I almost fucking bought it. I almost bought it just so I could say I have it.
Oh my god.
There's no other reason for me to have it because, like,
nope.
It's one of those things. It's like, if you're a collector of something, like, let's just say you collect Disney movies, because there was a lot of people that would collect those big, like, clamshell Disney films. And that's what this was in. It was in one of those big clamshell ones. Yeah! I was like, oh, man. I'm not paying $80 for that.
Oh, fuck no.
To be fair, the film's out of print. It's not going to be getting a release in the U.S. ever again.
Fuck. Nope. There's no way.
But part of me is just like, I kind of want to own it. It's kind of a thing. Like, there's thing, like, it's referenced. Like, Song of the South is referenced, like, in, like, Disney World.
Yeah, I guess.
Well,
Are we talking like Splash Mountain?
Reference? Well, I mean, okay, so with Splash Mountain, yes. It's referenced there because the characters from it are in there.
Yeah.
Also, Zippity Doodah.
Yes.
I mean, you can't, like, you can't use these characters and be like, yeah, you're never going to see what they were in. You know? It's... If Disney does that, though, if they're just like, listen, this is part of our dark past, we just want to put that out there. I mean, this and Black Cauldron, I'm just letting you know, they ain't for everybody. But it's here if you want to see what things were like back then, when things were a little bit more... When we thought this was acceptable. But I mean, on top of that, you know, on top of all the Disney films going onto Disney streaming service, obviously we're gonna have a lot of Fox properties on there as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're gonna be able to see some of those new Disney princesses, the Alien Queen, and then the blue chick from Avatar, Anastasia.
Oh my god, that's right. She's actually like a Disney princess now.
She's actually a Disney princess now, though she may not be, because she doesn't talk to animals.
True.
Which is like that weird criteria.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's just like, oh, yeah, no. You could be like a legitimate princess. You talk to animals? No, you're not a fucking Disney princess. Get the fuck out of our clubhouse. Alright. But, you know, you get that. You get, you know, we're going to have, like... Unfortunately, we're going to have the shitty Fantastic Four films there.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to have the X-Men films there, which not all of them were bad. A majority of them were. I mean, the first X-Men, brilliant for its time. Second one, The third one, what the fuck are you doing? And then, of course, X-Men Origins Wolverine, which was just like, what? No, I understand you want to get the adamantium into him, but that's not Deadpool.
No.
That's not Deadpool. What are you doing? And, you know, from there, and then, like, then you had, the Wolverine, which was actually pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had Logan. Logan was fucking great.
I heard it was really good.
X-Men First Class, which I enjoyed. I thought it was really cool that they were able to do that. didn't really like Age of Apocalypse. And I know for a fact I'm not going to enjoy Dark Phoenix.
Right.
I'll watch it.
Mm-hmm.
But I ain't going to enjoy it.
Fair.
And then New Mutants, which is actually going to be getting a theatrical release after all.
Interesting.
This movie is mired. This is like, honestly, this here is like a topic like I wish I had Ballin here for.
Mm-hmm.
Because Ballin is all about New Mutants.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, I'm not geeky enough for you, Todd.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
But we were, when New Mutants got announced, I'm like, oh my god, Ballin.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to let you know, they just announced they're doing a New Mutants film. And he's like, fucking what? And I started talking about it, and like, he went on for like 2 hours about like the history of the New Mutants. And I was just like, I just wanted to tell you that they're making a movie. Like,
let me tell you everything I know about this subject.
Yeah, it's legitimately what happened. And I was just like, well, thank you. I appreciate this, but I just wanted to tell you that there was a movie coming out. Like,
Ballin's fantastic.
Ballin is terrific. And if you know anything about Ballin, and I'm not, you might know this too, Maury.
Mm-hmm.
Ballin will not watch a trailer.
Really?
Yes. Ballin, like, if he's in a movie theater, obviously, like, there's no choice.
Right.
But, like, he has not watched any of the Avengers trailers. Unless there was one that played before Captain Marvel, which most likely was.
Yes.
But he will go out of his way to avoid trailers, because trailers, for the most part, show you 90% of all the cool shit in the movie.
Fair. Yeah.
So he sees them as giant spoilers that he doesn't want. And I understand that. I respect that.
Mm-hmm.
So the New Mutants trailer comes out. And I go, Ballin, I know you have this rule. I know you're hype about New Mutants getting a film. I know you're really excited. I know you don't want to do this. But you need to watch this trailer. I'm letting you know as a friend.
Mm-hmm.
You need to see this trailer. And he's just like, you know how I am with trailers and stuff like that. I'm like, no. I wouldn't be saying this if it wasn't a big deal. And he goes, okay. And like couple minutes later, what the fuck are they doing? Like, how are they making it a fucking horror thing? How? During their entire run, every issue of the New Mutants comics, they had one fucking horror story the entire run. Like, he went fucking off. It was terrific.
Oh my god. You broke the poor man.
It's not that I broke him. I didn't want him to be disappointed by going to see New Mutants, expecting one thing and getting a horror film.
Right. Okay, so you probably saved him a little bit.
Yes. So now New Mutants is kind of a joke to us in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it was a joke to Fox for a while too, because they were like, oh, we don't know what we're going to do with it. Like, oh, we got reshoots. Okay, we got reshoots for the reshoots. And now we got reshoots for the reshoots of the reshoots.
Oh, Jesus.
And we got reshoots scheduled for those reshoots that we did for the reshoots with the reshoots. The movie's had so many fucking reshoots, it's not even funny. And then, of course, we had the Fox Disney deal, and it sounded like Fox was like, oh, well, we're just fucking... We'll just go and sign a deal with, like, Hulu and just put it up on Hulu. Fuck it. Like, it's not going to get a theatrical release. Disney gets it, and they're just like, yeah, no, this is getting a theatrical release. So we're like, oh. I think Disney's just like, we just want you guys to know we had nothing to do with this, and this is why we're happy to have all of this back. I think that's what they're doing. That's why they're going to be releasing New Mutants theatrically. Because the movie's made, the actors are paid. I think they have one more round of reshoots. But yeah, I mean, it's like... Man, I don't know. I don't fucking know. There's a lot I don't know, especially after this past weekend, and we'll get into that.
Oh, God. Oh, yes.
Because from Thursday through Tuesday in the New York area, there were 54 to 56 different wrestling-related events that were promoted.
Yep.
This doesn't include little shows like student shows and stuff like that happen anyway. These are Evolve, Shikara, New Japan Pro Wrestling, well, New Japan and Ring of Honor, all the WWE ones, Joey Ryan's Penis Party.
Yes.
You know, and like the list goes on. You know, it's just like, man. And I know we'll get into it. We'll get into it in a little bit.
Yep.
I'm still not ready to talk about this weekend.
Nope.
You guys remember last WrestleMania weekend? Last WrestleMania, me and Mori watched everything we could.
Yep.
And it fucking broke us.
It sucked.
It broke us. I watched TakeOver. I ended up watching the Hall of Fame. And then I ended up watching Mania. And why did I end up watching Mania? Thanks, Ballin.
Yep.
Thanks, Ballin, for having an eye problem, and we couldn't do Nashville by Night. I'm joking. No, Ballin had something going on with his eye, and you know, it's just I don't want players to be uncomfortable, so I was just like, all right, you know what? We'll just push it off till next week, which isn't happening either.
Oh,
because Ray is going to be gone for a Fiber Festival.
Oh, that's right. Shit, I forgot.
Yeah. Ray never told me about it until the other day.
Oh, no. I think she mentioned it to, like, Ballin and myself, and I just fucking forgot because my memory's garbage. I'm so sorry.
So I was just like, all right, so we got a game this week. Let's kind of get things ramped up. You know, I'll start posting more into the Discord and do more story stuff and get everybody engaged and whatnot. And all of a sudden, Ray's just like, because I found out yesterday. Because we were supposed to record Pod Hours yesterday.
Right.
And I was like, oh, well, I get out of work late. You know, I can, you know, if you guys don't mind starting an hour later, we can do that.
Yeah.
And then there was a discussion made, and Ray was like, oh, well, I leave for Tennessee for a Fiber Festival on Thursday. I'm not back until Sunday night.
Oh, fuck.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, so I guess we're not doing Nashville by Night this week. And Ray's like, I'm so sorry. I'm horrible at letting people know things. And I'm like...
Oh. It's okay, Ray. We still love you.
But yeah, I mean, it's whatevs. And then, of course, like, I misunderstood something yesterday. So, like, I got home, I shoved food in my face, and I'm like, all right, I'm ready to podcast. I'm like, nobody's here. Why is nobody here? And then Ray's just like, all right, well, I mean, if we're going to be doing this, like, we could do this. I guess we could do this now. Like, she goes, Ray's like, oh, I could change, whatever, blah, blah. We could get things set up. And I was just like, And so like, oh well, because I thought we came to the decision that we were going to do it next week, so it was going to be,
Oh.
and I was just like, I just reread everything, and apparently I agreed to that, and I didn't realize I agreed to that.
Oh no.
So,
Oh.
that's on me, you know. And then I forget what I fucking did last night. I don't know. I was watching something.
You like messaged me about the whole pod errors thing, or at least saying that they weren't online, and I don't know where the fuck you went. You did Todd stuff.
Yeah. And then today I designed the new tour shirt.
Yes.
What'd you think of the design?
Um. Well, it honestly, just because of the fact that it's the American flag, for me, that's kind of like an immediate turnoff.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
But like, other than that, it's fantastic. Other than that, it is a wonderful design.
So, I mean, for me, I was just like, I was looking at I was coming up with it, and the thing is like, I'm doing the state thing. So, and I'm gonna be doing like all these different state designed shirts, and I'm like, why don't I just do one for the entire country?
Fair.
And I'm like, if all of them are using like either a city flag or a state flag, because in some cases, the state flag is something I'm not comfortable putting on a shirt. I'm looking at you, Mississippi.
Oh, yes.
So I ended up going with the Jackson flag instead, which I like better. So I was like, all right, well, if I'm going to do that, then I'll just kind of do the outline of the state, of the country, you know, include Hawaii and Alaska in there, and then I'll just drop the American flag behind it because whatever. And it's like, all right, well, because basically it ends up being like a U.S. tour, so to speak, you know? The Serial Hunted Tour, as I called it, with a ton of locations, 3 of which they've technically been to already. 4 if you count one player who has been to that location already, technically, because of their backstory.
Right.
Disneyland. Yeah, I can't wait to do the Disney by Night episode. It's gonna be so fun. That's gonna be so fun. Especially with Bryce. I mean,
oh my god.
Bryce is like legitimately my favorite character right now. Bryce lets me personify like every weird little quirk I have when it comes to like looking into cold case stuff, looking at weird fucking news articles and shit. And I'm like, all right, yeah, yep, that's Bryce. Studying serial killers and all that shit. Yup, that's what Bryce does. Like, what is it? In the Nashville by Night Discord, like I think it was last week, I started furthering some story stuff, and I had Bryce freaking out.
Yeah.
So Bryce is freaking out, and it's just like, could somebody come to the hotel so I don't freak out? Like we could, like I'll get takeout and we can watch like documentaries and stuff like that. And that's basically what they did. I mean, they sat there, they watched the Ted Bundy tapes on Netflix, and Bryce was super like, oh my god, this is amazing. Artemis is just like, I'm here because you said you needed a friend. I'm not really interested in sitting here watching a thing about Ted Bundy because it's kind of creepy. But you know what? That's you.
I imagine would be very much as if, like, right now, if we were to watch the Ted Bundy documentaries, it's like, I'm just here for you, man. I'm probably going to have nightmares tonight.
Yeah, that's actually exactly what it would come down to. It would be, because, I mean, that's how, in my head, that's how it played. Because I'm like, once you piped up as your character and said, oh yeah, I'll come by. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, all right, so, she's gonna come by. They're gonna watch like documentaries, and because of Bryce's interest in tracking down cold cases and all the other stuff, it's all going to be like this serial killer shit. And with everything going on, Evelyn's going to be super uncomfortable with all of it. And be like, thanks for giving me all this nightmare fuel. Or daymare fuel. I don't know how this vampire shit works. Oh, by the way, I got an interview. I might be working with the general public. This is what happens when you're duskborn. I miss the sunlight.
Can we trade spaces?
Why? I miss the daytime. I thought that was terrific. Like, I never thought I would have fun playing as a duskborn. But
I mean, I think it just kind of sets you up for how things might be in Bloodlines 2 when it comes out.
You know what? It's possible. The Duskborn, like, in V5, like, just reading it, I was just like, I mean, I can see the possibilities, but I'm not sold on them.
Right.
You know? And now that I'm, like, messing around with a Duskborn character, I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, so... And this isn't, this isn't to shit on you. This is not to shit on Ray. It's not to shit on Anubis. Ballin and myself are super fucking versatile. And, as a storyteller, obviously I have to be.
Right.
As a player, I am, though, too. Like, I'm one of those players where I go, hey, what role do you need me to fill? Ballin's the same way. So, I mean, it's really cool, like, when we were setting up Nashville by Night, Ballin goes, oh, well, what character do you want me to play as? And I was like, fucking what? He goes, I just sent you a variety pack of, like, fucking 13 different character types. Which one do you think is going to fit best? What? I wouldn't have gone that far. I would have been like, listen, what does the coterie look like? What do you need me to do? Okay, what do we have in the coterie? Oh, we got a Ventru. Okay, cool. We got a Toreador. Okay, cool. We got a Gangrel. Okay, cool. What clan do you want represented? And, I mean, I have no problem doing that. I can come up with something. I'm creative like that. I can play that character type. That's the way it is. You want me to play a Bruja? I'll play a Bruja. You want me to play a filthy fucking Blood Mage Tremere? I'll play a filthy fucking Blood Mage Tremere. The Giovanni were in it. As much as I would hate to do it, if you want me to play a Giovanni, I'll play a Giovanni. Fucking usurper motherfuckers. Tell me how you really feel. But yeah, it's just... I mean, when the Giovanni get repackaged with the Cappadocian, the Harbingers of Skulls, and the Samdi as the Hakata, I'm warming up more to that idea. Where it's just like, I could be playing as the Hakata, but I'm like, well, I'm not a Giovanni. You know? Though the Giovanni's bloodline does come from the Cappadocian bloodline, technically. Well, more than technically. It comes from the Cappadocian bloodline. So it's like, I mean, if I could just distance myself from the rhetoric of the Giovanni, I'm fine. Because the fact that they stole their embrace, much like the Tremere did with the Salubri, which is another reason I don't like the Tremere, but whatever. Also, blood magic. I mean, it's always blood magic. Call it what you will, paint it up, call it thaumaturgy or whatever, and no, it's fucking blood magic. Oh, what's that? Oh, blood rituals. Oh, that's what you got in V5. That's right. Blood sorcery. Gotcha. How does that change things? It doesn't. It doesn't change things at all. You're still a filthy fucking blood mage.
Oh god.
I'm really surprised we haven't. You guys haven't forced me to create a Tremere character yet.
Thank
because
God.
they're going to be like the characters I create, they're either like, oh my god, this is a great character, or oh my god, fuck that guy, fuck them. Damien's an asshole. Fuck him. Fuck Damien. You know, it's just like little things like I like that. I love eliciting those emotions from not only players but also listeners. Because like, you know, once again, hearing things get referenced, you know, that from the role play was pretty fucking cool.
Yes.
Meeting up with the person and them going, fuck Damien. Fucking asshole. Such a piece of shit. And I'm just like, I see you've made it through episode 1. It's like, yeah, we just met Lydia. Lydia seems really cool. And I'm like, yeah. She was. She was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Wait till you meet Miss Vargas. Who?
Yeah.
Oh, you'll and Bryce. You'll enjoy that. You know, it's one of those things, and I love that. I really do. I miss role playing a lot. I mean, as much as I enjoy running a game, I also, and this is the bane of, and you can ask anybody who runs games. I mean, there's people that absolutely they love to just run games. Like, they don't like playing characters because they're playing every other character, you know?
Right.
But I miss being able to focus on one specific character and just be like, that's my character. I'm in that mindset all the time, you know? And I'm not sure if I told you this. I know I told Ballin and Ray this. But do you know Lady Kadashing?
Sounds familiar.
All right. Very awesome Twitch personality. Also does some D&D stuff on Twitch.
Ooh.
Which is really cool. Does a Monster of the Week type thing, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Well, she is looking to during the summer months, try out some other systems. And one of those just happens to be Werewolf the Apocalypse.
Ooh.
And she may or may not have asked me if I'd be interested in being a player.
Nice.
I may or may not have responded with, it doesn't matter when it is, just let me know, I will make it fucking happen. I love the World of Darkness. I really do. I never got to play in the werewolf world, you know, so it'd be something new for me. It'd be something really cool, and I'd be super interested in doing that. I would also be super interested in kind of running, like, and I love running a game with you guys. I really do. But it'd be nice to kind of see somebody else's style of running a game, you know?
Right.
Firsthand. Like, not just, like, watching it on Twitch, but, like, actually being a part of that and being like, oh, okay. I think that'd be pretty cool. But, but then I'm also thinking about, like, oh, maybe adding another game to the roster.
Why do you do this to yourself?
Well, okay, so let's be honest. With Pod Errors and Gimmick Bag going bi-weekly. So, like, this right now is a Gimmick Bag week. Next week will be a Pod Errors week, and, like, we just alternate. I think it'd be fun to kind of have some kind of other thing going on, you know?
Right.
To not only keep myself from stagnating as a storyteller, but also kind of keep everybody on their toes, you know?
Right.
I know Ballins already said, like, you run it, I'll play it. And I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
cool. Cool. Just let me know when. All right, no problem. I mean, it's one of those things I would love to have, and I know I have other people that have already said, like, if you start another game, let me know, because I want to be part of this. And I'm like, the question is, do I do another vampire game?
Right.
Do I do... The original plan was to do Nashville by Night Anarch and do Nashville by Night Camarilla. That was the original plan.
Right.
The way the story is going, I wouldn't want to do that. Because I've created too much heat in Nashville.
Yeah.
For another group to be doing anything. Who knows? I don't know. I mean, it's an idea of kind of doing more in the way of vampire. I mean, as I said, I love the franchise. I think it's amazing. I mean, I love the World of Darkness. Next year is definitely a World of Darkness year with, Bloodlines 2 and Earthblood, Werewolf the Apocalypse coming out. And I know I'll be playing a lot of that on stream, most likely.
Yes.
Also, at the same time, still doing Bloodlines 1 playthroughs, because I can't... I feel like even me thinking about playing Bloodlines 2 makes me feel like I'm cheating.
Oh.
I have a committed relationship with Bloodlines 1.
You do.
And I mean, it's that meme of like the boyfriend looking at the girl walking by. You know, that is exactly what it is. I'm there, arm over Bloodlines 1. Bloodlines 2 comes walking by, and I'm just like, damn, look at that right there. Oh, shit. Nah, girl. I don't know what you're talking about. You were talking out loud.
You're the only one for me.
It's not you, it's me. Yeah, damn right it's you, because you a cheating scumbag. That's why. But yeah, I mean, I would absolutely love... I can't wait for that to come out. And I mean,
so excited.
I'm so excited about that. And personally, and I get asked this question constantly, because obviously, like, I work with the general public, and the hype is like, there's a lot of people that are super hyped about Borderlands 3. And I get it. I understand that. Like, be hype about that game. I'm not one to say, like, don't be. I just got something I'm more hype about. I'm sorry. Like, I'm hype as fuck for Bloodlines 2. I'm hype as fuck.
Bloodlines 2 merch will probably end up in the store that you work at.
Possibly. I would love that. I would love that. I would absolutely love the shit out of that. It would be terrific.
I think you'd take the entire aisle home every time. Not aisle, but like...
How many designs we got?
Yeah.
Alright, so let me just web order these, and I'll have them sent to the house, because all the good designs are online only. But yeah. I torment myself every day at work.
Oh, I bet.
I look at that. I get in. I look at that computer, and I go, "All right, what's online only today?" And I'm like, "Yep, I could have sold all of those. I could have sold a shitload of those. I could have sold a bunch of these. I could have sold this. Blah blah blah." Just going through the list and just getting angry. And I'm like, "These motherfuckers. They don't understand. They're making it hard for me." Nah, send me more Ninja stuff. Send me some more Fortnite stuff. Yeah, that's fine. Don't send me, like, more Avengers stuff. It's not like there's a movie coming out at the end of the month.
Yeah.
Don't send me, like... I don't know. It's just fucking weird. But yeah, I mean, like, so people are like, oh well, are you? Do you like Borderlands? And I'm like, yeah, I like Borderlands. Like Borderlands 1 was fantastic. Borderlands 2 was good. Like that's how I rate them. Like Borderlands 2 got a lot of people into Borderlands, but I like Borderlands 1 better.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is. I mean, so from that standpoint, like it's like, you know, I'll take the X, right? She fucking hated Borderlands 1. Hated it with a passion. She couldn't understand why I loved it so much. Borderlands 2, though, oh my god, did she love Borderlands 2. And I'm like, this is basically the same fucking game.
Yeah.
Like, why did you not like this? Well, that one doesn't have, like, and it was like nitpicky shit, too. Like,
oh, yeah.
Like, oh, well, you never know which way you're going. Yeah, it's because it doesn't have a fucking mini-map. Oh, I don't know what gun I'm using. Well, fucking look at your inventory. Like, it makes it so hard to do things around here, and I move so slow, and blah, blah, blah. And why is my siren not able to do anything? It's because you haven't assigned your action skill. That's your problem. That's not the game's problem. Well, they should be more clear about how to use that. Like, shut the fuck up. Enjoy the goddamn game. I'm playing Mordecai. I'm throwing my bird everywhere. I'm throwing out Bloodwing. I'm ducking behind a rock. And you know what? Bloodwing's just fucking flying overhead. Not doing a goddamn thing. And then I pop my head out and he goes, oh, there you are. Swoop down, kill 2 targets. And I'm like, really? Fucking really, Bloodwing? And that was a bug. That was a fucking bug in Borderlands 1. It's it's fucking legendary too, in the sense that they reference it in Borderlands 2. Like, hey, remember that time you threw that bird out and Bloodwing would just fly around, not do anything until he saw you pop your head out because Blood wanted to show you what he what he was doing for you. Like I did good. Look at me. Like, no, look.
It's not a bug, it's a feature.
That's what they did. That's what they did with it. It was just like, man, what the fuck? But yeah, so I was just like, but yeah, I loved Borderlands 1. Borderlands 2 was good. I'm not, I mean, Borderlands 2 had better expansions.
Right.
Not to say I didn't like Borderlands 1's DLC. I mean, what was the one with fucking the first one, where you go to Jacob's thing and
the Zombie Island of Dr. Ned.
Zombie Island Dr. Ned. I wanted to say that was the title. I'm like, nah, it can't be that.
No, it's that.
Yeah.
That, I think out of all the DLC from the original game, that has to be my favorite.
It's terrific. I love, especially when you go up against the were skag with the noodle hat. Yeah.
Oh my god, it's so sad.
It is.
It is so sad. It hurts me every time.
It's sad. It's hilarious, and I love it.
I think it's kind of funny with the Game of the Year Enhanced Edition. You like one of the siren heads is like that fucking noodle hat.
Has the macaroni hat. Yep.
Yes.
Well, what is it like?
I can't.
Well, Mordecai, like one of Mordecai's heads has like a tinfoil hat on.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's the one I typically run. So, one day we gotta kind of just like do some Borderlands 1 together, because that'll be a lot of fun.
Yes.
Especially now that I know how to fucking get super leveled like super quick in the game, because there's a fucking glitch in Firestone.
Really?
Yes.
Do tell.
Basically, what you have to do is you get up to the quest where you have to fix the vendor. You fix the vendor. Then you purchase the small health vials. You could do this with technically any healing vendor. You buy you fill your inventory with those. You sell them back. And then you buy, like, you don't buy the ones that you just sold. You have to buy from the thing. You keep doing that until you get up to $11.99 for your Death Dealer achievement or quest reward or whatever, because that gives you 20,000 XP.
Dang.
So at this point, what you're going to want to do is you buy one more. It gives you the 20,000. You sell it back, and it brings you back to $11.99. You quit out to the main menu. You go back in. You buy one more. You get another 20,000 XP. You sell it back. You're back at $11.99, and you could just do this and fucking farm your levels up.
Dang.
Which is great when you go into the fucking Shock Crystal Cave, because that area is bullshit.
Oh yeah, that area
fucking
sucks.
Bullshit.
I think that's about where I'm at with the playthrough I'm doing right now.
Yeah, with mine right now, I'm just about to go to Sledge. I'm level 18 or 19, something like that. So I'm like, but I'm actually really tempted to kind of do that like fucking thing now and just level myself, because they're like, oh, you can get yourself easily up to like level 40 or 50, and I'm like, fucking what? I'd be happy as shit getting myself up to just level 40 and going into Sledge with Trespasser, as Mordecai. Trespasser, you familiar with that ability? So Trespasser gives you a high percentage chance that your bullets will bypass their shields.
Ooh.
Yes. It's one of the reasons why I like playing as Mordecai as much as I do, is because he has Trespasser. Trespasser was so good that they actually made that skill an actual weapon in Borderlands 2. The Trespasser sniper rifle. But yeah, I do that, and then I focus on the blood. Blood Wings tree? After that,
right?
Because I mean, if you're playing Mordecai, you're typically playing a sniper, or you're really focusing on Bloodwing because it's a pet class. I mean,
right? Send
him out. He takes out a target, comes back unless you have him leveled up. On the 360, my Mordecai, I think could take, after he throws out Bloodwing, can do like 5 or 6 targets before he comes back, which is really nice.
That is really good.
It's really nice, and I love it. I really do. But yeah, I mean, it's just... But yeah, Borderlands 1 has a special place in my heart. I mean, if it wasn't for Borderlands 1, I'm not going to say I was going to write off Gearbox, but Gearbox really hadn't done anything that impressed me too much. Right. And yes, I enjoyed Half-Life Opposing Force. I enjoyed the shit out of that. I liked Company of Heroes while I enjoyed military shooters. And then I got to that point where I'm just like, I can't even look at a military shooter and play this. So once like that set in, where I was like, I'm done playing this style of game. Like, it really cut out what I was playing from Gearbox, right. And I'm like, and then Borderlands came out, and I'm like, oh my god, this looks pretty cool, and I got it through GameFly, and I'm like, oh well, GameFly, I'm buying this from you, fuck it. I got all the DLC and. I keep wanting to say Undead Nightmare, but the Zombie Island of Dr. Ned is terrific.
Yes.
I did also enjoy Mad Moxie's Underdome.
I have yet to fully complete that one.
I have not fully completed it either. And it comes down to that's a thing that you want a full team for.
Right.
You also want the other 3 people on your team. You want whoever's the lowest level to be hosting.
Right.
because all the enemies scale to them.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, to do it properly, well, it's not really proper to do it this way, but to do it the specific way so you can finish it.
Mm-hmm.
You get like a level 20 as your host,
Mm-hmm.
and you have level 69s as backup.
Mm-hmm.
They get it, you get it, boom, problem solved. I mean, that's the way I look at it. That's like the only way I could see completing it easily.
Right.
Because otherwise, I mean, it's just... I did... What is it? Me and my old roommate were doing it split screen.
Mm-hmm.
And on the 360. And it was... We finished the small tournaments. And we finished one of the large.
Mm-hmm.
And the large tournament, like, it took us fucking ever to do.
Oh, God, I bet.
So it was just like, we were so done. We were in a hotel room, and it was just like, I brought my Xbox and stuff like that, so like we could do stuff when it was raining or whatnot, because we were going to be in Jersey for a week. So, so I brought that, and like one night we were sitting there eating White Castle burgers because I'm a fucking animal. And I bought 2 Crave cases.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, it was so good. Now I'm hungry. I'm hungry again. And I mean, we sat there, we ate White Castle burgers and played Borderlands, and that's all we did. Like one entire night. And we had finished the 3 small tournaments, and we started one of the large ones, and it was just like, we started, I think it was like 8 o'clock, and then by the time we finished, the sun was coming up or some shit.
Oh god.
There was a lot of death too, but
I would imagine so.
because we were both equal level. So where was it? We were level... This was before they upped the level as well. So we were like, I think we were both level 50 at that time. And it was just like, oh, fuck, no. Level 50 sledge, no. Fuck this. But, I mean, whatevs. But people have been asking, hey, are you going to be playing... are you going to be playing it? Are you going to be playing Borderlands 3? And I gotta tell them no. I'm not. Couple reasons. One of which, I want to play it on PC. I don't want to buy it from the Epic Store because I don't feel the Epic Store is secure enough for me. So, being that that's the case, I would have to wait 6 months for it to release on Steam.
Yep.
So the game comes out September 13th?
Something like that.
That sounds about right. So it sounds like game comes out middle of September. That's the easiest way for me to put it. It comes out the middle of September on the PS4, the Xbox One, and the Epic Store. Okay, not bad. And then 6 months later, it's on Steam. 2K's already come out and said the earliest it'll be on Steam is April.
Right.
If I'm not mistaken, when you're looking at things where it's Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4, Q1 is January, February, March.
Yep.
Q1 2020.
What else is coming out in
Oh, that's
Q1
right, Vampire
2020?
That's right, Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2.
And
April would be Q2 2020.
2012. We're going back in
I'm
time.
going back in time. I was thinking 2012 because that's when fucking Borderlands 2 hit, I think.
Oh, fuck. Has it been that long?
Pre-sequel's been like 5 years. It's been 5 years since the pre-sequel.
Sweet Jesus.
I know. I feel fucking old.
Me too.
But yeah, I mean, it's just... I don't even fucking know. I want to support Borderlands 3. I'm not like super sold on certain things so far.
Right.
But even though that is the case, I don't know. You're releasing it. Gearbox is bad about releasing shit when other people are releasing shit.
Yeah.
Battleborn could have been a fucking great experience for people.
If it didn't come out the same time as Overwatch?
If it didn't come out the same time as Overwatch. I mean, let's be honest. That's some dumb shit. So, Borderlands 1, October 20th, 2009.
Jesus.
Borderlands 2, September 18th, 2012.
Oh my god.
Don't worry, it got re-released. It got re-released March 24th, 2015. So, the pre-sequel, October 14th, 2014. Of course, then we had the Handsome Collection, which was March 24th, 2015. And now we got Borderlands 3.
Yep.
Oh, we can't forget the Tales.
Oh yeah, Tales of the Borderlands.
Tales from the Borderlands, which was done by Telltale.
Yes.
And the first episode dropped November 25th, 2014. And the series ended October 20th, 2015. Whatevs. I enjoyed it. Did you hear the latest thing about that, though, right? So, one of the characters that's going to be in Borderlands 3 is Reese.
Yes, I did see that from, like, the trailers.
Yes. So, if you guys played Tales from the Borderlands, you know that Reese is now the head of the once-defunct Atlas Corporation, who played a big part in Borderlands 1. Looked at the internet, Troy Baker has made it well known that they did not call him back to play Reese for Borderlands 3.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Needless to say, he's not too happy about that.
You know. See, I blame him.
I wouldn't be happy about it either.
I'd be mad too.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's just the way I look at it. Like, that's you take it would be like them having like. It would not surprise me if like Fiona ends up being in there as well, and it's not voiced by Laura Bailey.
I did not know she did that one.
Yeah. How did you not know that? She sounds just like the boss from fucking Saints Row.
I don't pay attention to this shit. I'm sorry. I saw like one stream of it that Call Me Kane did a while ago, back when they were streaming on Twitch.
Yeah.
Him and Leotastic, and yeah, that's like the only experience I have of like Tales from the Borderlands.
Tales was good.
It's been a while.
Tales was really good. I played it a couple times because like there's certain things that I just needed to do.
Right.
Like, I needed to get Reese his little robot buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just little things like that. I missed the first time I played. I'm like, well, if I make this decision, I'm like, oh my god, they gave me a little robot. Like, what the fuck? This is great. But yeah, it's just I said this last time. I get the exclusivity with Epic.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. Epic has a new platform
Mm-hmm.
that they want to get more eyes on.
Yes.
You get games that people want to play. You get them as exclusives onto your platform. They did it with Metro Exodus. They're doing it with Borderlands 3.
Mm-hmm.
Metro, on the other hand, is a year exclusive. It's only 6 months with Borderlands 3. And everybody keeps looking at Bloodlines 2.
Mm-hmm.
And going, hey, you guys are releasing on Epic, right? And Hardsuit Labs, flat out saying, yeah, we're releasing on Epic Store. We're also releasing on Steam at the same time, though. I'm just so you guys know. Like, we're releasing on Steam, GOG, and the Epic Store all at the same time, as well as PS4 and Xbox One. So, yeah, no, it's all at the same time. There's no exclusive deal. No, seriously, there's no exclusive deal. I mean, hey, I'm not upset by that. I think that's great. I like how whenever somebody brings up Epic Store exclusives, they like I guess they have like a thing set up. So like if Epic Store exclusive pops up, they chime in and they're just like, yeah, we're not an exclusive. Like, that'd be terrific, though. I mean, I can't wait for that fucking game.
I'm
really
so
can't.
excited.
Because, I mean, you're excited because, you know, it's dealing with the Pacific Northwest,
Mm-hmm.
which is cool.
Yes.
It's vampire, which you're getting into.
Yes.
And I mean, it's just like the thing is, it's like you at a certain point you were just like, I'm interested in this, but
Mm-hmm.
and then it was just like, oh, and it takes place in Seattle, and you're like, fucking done.
I'm on board.
You got me.
Yep.
I'm there. I'm there. And I mean, you know, as I said, I'm going to get a collector's edition if there's a collector's edition released. There fucking better be a collector's edition released. I'm looking at you, fucking Hardsuit Labs and Paradox.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think we deserve a collector's edition for this. It's a sequel to quite a revered game, so it would be a misstep if you didn't give us some physical goodies. Just saying. But for example, and I thought about it this way, right? I have an Xbox One.
Mm-hmm.
Hypothetically, if the game gets like, if the much like Borderlands 3. Borderlands 3 has a collector's edition, right? They got their Diamond Loot Chest collector's edition, which, to my knowledge, was only available through GameStop and was only available for the PS4 or the Xbox One. There was no PC version of the collector's edition, which is kind of shitty.
Yeah.
But hypothetically, if Paradox were to go the same route and say like, well, we're doing a physical edition of the console releases anyway, we'll do the collector's edition for the consoles. I will buy a console fucking collector's edition. I will then also buy the game on fucking Steam or GOG. I have no problem buying, as I stated at the top of the show, I have no problem buying from other distribution services. I don't feel comfortable buying stuff from Epic.
Right.
That's really what it comes down to. And they probably won't do the same shit that fucking Gearbox is doing when it comes to their editions.
Mm-hmm.
Bloodlines 2 has 3 editions right now.
Right.
It's got its standard, it's got its unsanctioned, and it's got its Blood Moon edition. Blood Moon edition comes with the season pass.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Gearbox, Borderlands 3, you have your standard, you have your deluxe, you have your super deluxe, and then you have like maybe one more edition.
Mm-hmm.
I think that the other editions your collectors like chest one or whatnot. So the prices on the Bloodlines one are what, $60, $80, $60, $70, and $90.
Right.
The prices on the Gearbox Borderlands 3 one is $60, $80, and $100
Mm-hmm.
until a week after launch, and then it goes up to $120.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So for me, as a PC player who's not getting on the Epic Store, if I want to get the Super Deluxe Edition, which comes with the Season Pass, because that's what I would want, I'm now expected to pay $120 for that edition.
Gross.
Also, the Deluxe Edition and up comes with trinkets to give you additional XP and better loot.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god. No.
I mean, that doesn't seem shitty at all.
Nah. No, perfectly fine and normal and dandy and their stuff.
I'm actually gonna look at the different versions just so I can be 100% on it. Okay, so yeah, you had the standard, deluxe, super deluxe, and then the Diamond Loot Chest Collector's Edition. Pre-order, you get the Gold Weapon Skin Pack. If you pre-order, you're given a weapon trinket and gold weapon skin for all guns in the game. Okay, that's cool. If you're in the UK and you pre-order from Game, you'll receive a free Psycho Mask. I kind of like that better. Alright, so Standard Edition is base game and any pre-order bonuses. $60. Okay. Deluxe Edition, $80. Has additional cosmetic packs, a weapons pack, experience, and loot drop mods. Base game, any pre-order. Retro cosmetic pack, Vault Hunter head and skin, Echo device skin, weapon skin. Neon cosmetic pack, same thing. Vault Hunter skin and head, Echo device skin, and weapon trinket. Gearbox cosmetics pack, weapon skin, weapon trinket. Toy box weapon pack, 2 toy guns, toy grenade mod, weapon trinket. XP and loot drop boost mods. Gearbox. Gearbox. Randy.
What are you doing?
Did we not learn from Borderlands 2 when pre-order customers got the Vault Hunter Relic, which it was supposed to increase loot drops, but all it did was it increased the chance of blue loot to drop.
Oh, lame.
As opposed to white loot. On top of that, You are now taking Borderlands, which is a beloved franchise,
Mm-hmm.
and you are now making this a game about experience and trying to get better loot quicker. Half of the fun is the grind. I have a feeling they're going to pull a TPS on this and go, oh yeah, by the way, if you want to farm for a loot, yeah, either you need to have that mod to do so or start a new game. The start a new game thing is exactly what they did for fucking the pre-sequel, because you could not farm any of the bosses. Once you killed the boss was dead. They didn't respawn, none of that shit. Only after the game was universally panned and they released, they kind of forced out a lot of the DLC, except for Claptastic Voyage. They were like, all right, well, we're going to go and now release a patch that will make bosses respawnable. Which was bullshit. Because people had found out that it was just a check that was disabled. That's why they didn't respawn. Something that would have been quick and easy, but no, it's not something we can do. Not something we can do. Fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
It went, and then, yeah, Super Deluxe. So, Super Deluxe includes everything from the Deluxe, plus the Season Pass. It will be available initially for $100, but the price will increase to $120 from September 17th. Way to go, Gearbox. Way to shit in our mouths again. Way to do that.
Yep.
Yeah. And I mean, what is it? You get that. So you get the Season Pass, which is 4 campaign DLC packs, which is, at least they clarified it was campaign DLCs, because pre-sequel, we got 4 packs, 2 of them were characters. We got Jack and we got Aurelia. Also, the Butt Stallion weapon skin, weapon trinket, and grenade mod. Okay. I don't fucking understand. And then $250, the fucking diamond loot chest collector's edition, which Super Deluxe edition with the functional retractable lid, diamond loot chest replica, then like 10 fucking 3-inch figures, a snap model of a ship, 4 vault keychains, a cloth map, 5 lithographs, and a steelbook. That's not, to me, worth $250.
No. Absolutely not.
Yeah. Well, before we wrap things up, we do have to kind of cover this weekend, because I wanted to kind of push it off as long as possible, and there's no avoiding it now. Wrestlemania weekend. Me and Mori watched TakeOver.
Yep.
TakeOver wasn't bad.
No, TakeOver was good.
Yeah.
As TakeOver generally is.
Yeah. It was a pretty stellar card. You know, we got to see the send off of Aleister Black and Ricochet.
Jay, yep.
We got to see Johnny Gargano not get thrown into a Minitron
Yeah.
by somebody when the lower third came up.
Yep.
That
lower
third, man, that's a fucking kiss of death usually.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, we expect it now, so like they're not gonna hit us with it for a little bit. But yeah, I mean, the War Raiders, they defended and retained.
Mm-hmm.
Baszler defended and retained. Velveteen Dream defended and retained. Then they showed Kushida.
Mm-hmm.
Then they showed. Then we had Gargano and Adam Cole in a best 2 out of 3.
Mm-hmm.
Best 2 out of 3 fall. They shortened his name. Damn it! They shortened his name. It's now just Adam Cole.
Mm.
And I know you want to throw that last part in there, but you know how Vince is at his age. It's hard for him to remember long names. Mustafa Ali, you're just Ali.
Yep.
Big E Langston, you're just Big E.
Yep.
Xavier Woods. I mean, he's still listed as Xavier Woods. Kofi Kingston, just Kofi.
Kofi.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, it's easy. I didn't want to watch the Hall of Fame ceremony. Yeah. I mean, there was some stuff
until we heard that oh fuck, who else that got tackled? Was that Bret Hart? Yeah,
and then we heard, then Twitter went fucking crazy because somebody tackled Bret Hart while he was giving his speech.
Mm-hmm. Apparently, supposedly, from what I've read, it was like a 26-year-old MMA fighter.
Yes, an amateur MMA fighter who wasn't all there, allegedly.
Not surprised.
Because he had been tweeting Vince about how poor of a decision it was to put women in a spotlight. It's like very misogynistic. Like,
wow.
Yeah. How dare you take away the spot from people that actually deserve it, kind of stuff, like, I mean, they don't deserve to be on the card, let alone the main event, blah, 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 that kind of shit. Yeah, weird shit like that, I'm going to do something during Mania weekend, like, he even threatened doing that, like, and then he fucking did it. And you know what he got out of it? 2 counts of aggravated assault, 1 disorderly conduct, and a knockout punch from Dash Wilder. No flips, just fist. Fuck you. Bam. Don't fuck with the hitman. But yeah, so based on that, then I ended up going back and I ended up watching the whole Hall of Fame ceremony, which wasn't horrible-ish.
Yeah.
It had moments. It had good moments. Like for me, like I didn't like. It's nice to see people get the recognition that they deserve. I mean, I wasn't the biggest Brutus the Barber Beefcake guy, but seeing him go in, that's cool. Seeing Tori Wilson go in was all right. Seeing the Honky Tonk Man go in, I was like, what? Fucking what? This is a guy, let me tell you, this is a guy here that last year people asked him, oh, do you think you're ever going to go in the Hall of Fame? And he goes, they're never going to put my ass in the Hall of Fame. So, like, when he's doing his acceptance speech, he goes, they have an old saying in this business, never say never. Just like... I do like the fact that they had Jimmy Hart induct him because they go back to Memphis wrestling back in the 70s. So I mean, that's a big thing. Back when he was wrestling under Wayne Ferris as part of Hart's first family. Something Mr. Manny Rods knows quite a bit about because that old school, like if you've ever in his stream and you host him, the thing with the Dream Machine comes up. That's from Memphis during that time.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm not mistaken, Dream Machine was part of the first family, which was Jimmy Hart's stable. And Jimmy Hart just managed, which was kind of cool. So, I mean, it was cool seeing that. It was cool seeing, Brett talk about Neidhart and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
The DX stuff was... I mean, it's the reason why I fucking hate the Attitude Era.
Mm-hmm.
It is the exact reason I hate the fucking Attitude Era. Like, can we say boobs? Can he say boobs? Can we say boobs? Is it alright for them to say boobs? Like,
oh my God,
they went on for that for like a couple minutes. Like, I'm like,
yeah,
fucking really? I get it. People are nostalgic for stuff like that. Okay, cool. Like, I see people all the time say, oh, WWE lost their edge.
mm-hmm.
And I go, well, yeah, they have fucking investors now. Like, they have to placate their, not just the board of directors and stuff, but they have to look at, like, oh, hey, who's investing in our company? Let's not piss them off, I don't get it. I don't get why people want the Attitude Era back. The Attitude Era was a fucking cesspool of oh, it was the hottest time in wrestling. Yeah, it was. I'll give you that. But what did we get out of it? We got a lot of shit out of it. I mean, for every Rock and Austin, we get, like, just dick jokes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on. We're better than this.
Yeah.
I mean, I enjoyed ECW, but, like, I mean, they left a good and a bad impact on the wrestling world. It was good because it let guys that weren't getting attention have a spot. Hey, you're not, WWF doesn't want you, WCW doesn't want you, we'll book you. And you get a fan base based on that, cool. Guys like Dean Malenko, like Eddie Guerrero, Rey Mysterio, Psychosis. Like, these guys, Chris Jericho even. Like, these guys wrestled in ECW. You don't think of them as ECW guys, though.
No.
Because you think ECW guys, you go, oh, well, fucking trash cans and jumping off scaffolds and all the other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
ECW had some of the best technical wrestling at the time. And there's no arguing that.
Right.
That is the positive influence ECW had. The negative was all the hardcore. I mean, we look at it now and it's like people using light tubes and thumbtacks all the time and all the other stuff. It's, yeah. Now that DX is in the fucking Hall of Fame, can we just fucking stop with the DX stuff? Can we? Can we stop pining for the Attitude Era to come back? Can we stop pining for fucking CM Punk? Can we stop sucking his dick too?
Nope. Marks are never happy, and you know this.
No, and I understand that. As a mark myself, I'm not... Having people talk about Phil, CM Punk, having people talk about him like he was a god is annoying.
Yeah.
Oh, he'll save wrestling. Really? Really? Just like he saved MMA, right? I mean, there's a reason. There's a reason he left. I mean, he lost passion for the business. That's fine. That happens. I mean, you lose passion for your job, you quit your job, That's just the way it is. And all these people are just like, oh, well, like AEW, they're like, oh, they're going to sign Punk. I'm like, fucking, they're not going to fucking sign Punk.
No.
Oh, well, he needs to go back to WWE and
No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't. Just let him be a retired wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
Let him go about his shit. Like, WWE takes shots at him still, which I think is a result of the fans still chanting his fucking name. Like, oh, somebody wins a tournament. Oh, well, I'm the best in the world. And then they start chanting CM Punk. Like, you didn't realize Jericho is also considered one of the best in the world. And Nakamura, for a time, was considered one of the best in the world. AJ Styles, one of the best in the world. Like, are you really gonna play this fucking bullshit? No. Let's not do that. I'm so fucking sick of CM Punk marks. I really am.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever we end up bringing him up on the cast, like, I usually go off on a tangent on like why I'm just so fucking done with CM Punk marks. Because they're annoying. They are. That's all they want to talk about. That's all they care about. Like, oh, well, what do you think about this? What do you think about the current product? Oh, it would be so much better if Punk was there. He didn't answer my fucking question. Like, you kind of did. You said it could be better.
Yeah.
But how bad is it? Tell me how you really feel. And as for telling you how I really feel, WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
All fucking 7 to 9 hours of it.
Yep.
I skimmed most of the show.
I didn't watch any of it. I just kind of got results through you and lived vicariously through Twitter.
Yep.
So...
You were spared.
Yeah.
So high points, Mania. Starting on the pre-show, Luke Harper's back.
Yay!
I was excited about that. He was in the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. He had a stare down with Braun Strowman.
Ooh, fun.
Commentary made sure to point out that Harper helped train Strowman.
Mm-hmm.
Could this be something they're leading towards? I'm all for it. Give fucking Harper a spot. Just saying. Yeah. Give Harper a chance. The cruiserweights did good. I mean, I'm not one for flippy dippy shit typically. But you know, they was it Tony Nese and Buddy not was it Buddy Murphy? Yeah, Buddy Murphy.
Yeah, Buddy Murphy.
I was thinking about his old tag partner Wesley Blake, but Buddy Murphy and Tony Nese, they put on a good match. It was great. Nese went over. Then the women's battle royal, I skimmed through, and Carmella won.
Yay,
I guess. Then they opened the. Then there was also the Revival versus Hawkins and Ryder. And Hawkins got the pinfall, winning the tag titles. Oh, don't worry. On Raw the next night, they had a rematch, and Zack Ryder was the one that got the pinfall.
Oh, what?
For them to retain the championships against the Revival.
Ew. Yeah. They deserve better.
To be fair, Hawkins and Ryder were a tag team back in the early 2011, 2012? And they were tag champs back then, so they do have a history.
I know, but the Revival deserves better.
They do.
This is bullshit.
It is. Then we get into our main card. And they started off with Seth Rollins and Brock Lesnar.
Dang, we opened strong.
And Seth went over. I mean,
did Brock oversell, or did he oversell a spear again, or I don't know. I
didn't watch the match. It's one of those I skimmed right past. I mean, there was a lot of fucking wrestling on that card.
Oh my god, there was so much.
There was just, oh my god, it was so much.
Now we need to see on the phone how much wrestling there really was. Just so we stay honest to what actually happened. Because there was a lot of matches on the card.
Yeah, there were, and that's why I'm
There's
pulling
like,
up.
what, 16? Something like that?
Yeah, so something of that sort. Event results. There we go. There were 16 matches on the whole show. Yeah, so it opened up with Tony Nese, Buddy Murphy. Then it was Women's Battle Royal. Hawkins and Ryder against Revival. Then it was the Andre Battle Royal. Then it was Rollins winning. Followed by AJ beating Orton. The Usos defending. The Usos retaining. In one of the few retentions of the night. Against Aleister Black and Ricochet, Rusev and Shinsuke Nakamura, and The Bar. So one of them is an actual tag team, and the other ones are people that they were like, oh, we got nothing to do with these guys. Let's fucking stick them together as a tag team. Miz won a Falls Count Anywhere match against The Miz.
The Miz won against The Miz?
No, Shane McMahon beat The Miz. There we go. The Iconics defeated Sasha and Bayley, Nia and Tamina, and Beth Phoenix and Natalya to be the new women's tag team champions. Our 10th match. Kofi Kingston went over Daniel Bryan to claim his first WWE championship.
Which I'm not mad about at all. I think that was wonderful.
It's one of those things, and I'll agree with Punk on this. Punk said that this was 10 years too late. This should have happened. Like, he's been with the company 11 years. This should have happened back then. But, yeah. Then in our second retention of the night, Samoa Joe choked out Rey Mysterio in a minute to retain the U.S. title.
Fuck.
Roman Reigns beat Drew McIntyre. Triple H beat Batista. Baron Corbin went over Kurt Angle.
Big shock there.
Finn Balor beat Bobby Lashley to be the new Intercontinental Champion. And then in a winner-take-all match, which I had said was probably what they were going to do, Becky Lynch defeated Ronda Rousey in it was a botchy finish.
That's what I've heard.
Because her shoulders weren't down when Ronda's shoulders weren't down when the ref started counting. So apparently that referee has been fined for that. But yeah, Becky went over, winning both the Raw and SmackDown Women's Championships, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
I mean, all in all, the high point is definitely going to be the women's championship match was fantastic. Balor came out in Demon Paint. I mean, Corbin, I mean, it was a 6-minute match, so it's no big deal. One thing that isn't on this, because it wasn't a match, was Elias's performance, which was, oh my God, Elias is going to perform at MetLife Stadium for all 80,000 of you and blah, blah, blah. And then the Doctor of Thugonomics, John Cena, not Fruity Pebbles, look at me, never give up, never surrender, fucking John Cena. No, we're talking about dirty heel John Cena fucking comes out, starts rapping bullshit, talking about how Elias reminds him of his movies because they both suck. Like, he's cutting into himself, and I was just like, oh, I'm loving this. I'm loving this shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's just like, this isn't the normal, you're in the ring when Cena about to turn heel, and I'm like, oh shit, we're getting it. This is great. They do that. They talk about all the other stuff, and then right when they finish up the segment, I mean, Cena came out in a throwback jersey, the fucking padlock chain around his neck, and I was just like, I'm loving this. I am loving this. But it's just like, this ain't the old, this ain't the Cena, so there will be no attitude adjustment. And then it's that awkward pause, and he goes, just an F you. And I'm like, oh shit, we're bringing back the old school name for that fucking finish. Beautiful. And he hit the 5-knuckle shuffle without all the theatrics, which is great, because the way he used to do it was like, he would just do the you can't see me and then just drop the knuckles, not this bounce off the rope and brush off the shoulder and all the other shit. No. He did it quick. He did it dirty. Then Elias pops up. He goes down. He starts pumping up his fucking shoes like he used to do back in the fucking 2002, 2003. And then he brings him up, gets him set up for the FU. Drops him, and music hits, and he walks out, and we had the fucking old Dr. Thugonomics Word Life fucking music, and I loved it, and Mori hated every fucking moment of it.
Yep.
So the Triple H Batista match, apparently Ric Flair interfered, and that's how Triple H ended up winning.
Interesting.
Roman Reigns, 10 minutes there. 24 minutes in the Kofi Kingston world title match. So, I mean, it's one of the longer ones of the night. How long was Brock? Oh, that's why I missed it. Seth Rollins versus Brock Lesnar was only 2.5 minutes.
Wow.
I mean, that's like Goldberg quick.
Yeah. Huh.
But yeah, I mean, so there's that. Shane went 15 minutes. Like, it's just, I mean, longest match of the night, longest match of the night goes to Kofi, I think. No, my mistake. Longest match of the night goes to Triple H, who was just shy of 25 minutes, whereas Kofi was just shy of 24 minutes. And the women's main event, the women's championship match, which was the main event, was only 22 minutes. So, I mean, it was a pretty good show for what it was. And then Monday happened, and Monday was just like, hey, remember all that goodwill we got from you guys? Fuck you. We're gonna have a winner takes all match for the Universal and WWE Championship. Fooled you. You guys waited till the main event. Yeah, we started the match, and then we decided, you know what? Let's send out the bar. Because Sheamus ruins everything.
Oh my god.
And then on SmackDown, guess who comes out while Kofi's celebrating on SmackDown that he's the WWE Champion? The Bar. And they go, we're going to have a 6-man tag match. The New Day versus us. And they're like, well, there's only 2 of you guys. And they're like, we made a friend. They bring out Drew McIntyre. And I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake. And then Sheamus ruins everything. I mean, he ended up I think he ended up eating the pin on SmackDown, but
probably.
It's and also on SmackDown, the Usos dropped their title that they won. They retained at WrestleMania to the Hardys. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't.
Weird, man.
It is fucking weird. It is fucking weird as hell.
Do we have that as a shirt?
No, we don't.
We need to make that as a shirt.
That needs to be a shirt. Yes.
Yes, it does. Because I'm pretty sure that happens at least once every episode now.
Fair.
Wrestling's weird, man.
Fair. which is a shirt.
Yes.
Bear is a shirt.
Yes, it is.
You could purchase that. Wrestling is Weird Man is probably going to be a shirt soon-ish. Soon TM. So yeah, there's that. But anyway, I mean, that's that. I'm fatigued. I know Maury's fatigued. I'm still fatigued over fucking wrestling all weekend. So, not that I was actually in the ring or anything like that, because I'm a fat out of shape.
Just so much wrestling.
There was just so much, and I knew I had to. I thought possibly I'm like, oh well, maybe I could go and catch up on it like later. Like, I didn't expect to be recording Gimmick Bag this week. I thought we were doing pod errors. I'm like, oh, I'll have a whole week to fucking catch up on all the shit. Nope.
To be fair, we didn't have to record today, but it's like, are we podcasting like tomorrow? It's like, oh, we could do it tonight.
Yeah, let's do it tonight. Fuck it.
Why not?
Yeah. But anyway, we'd like to thank you guys very much for checking us out on video format or on the audio format, which is now available on Spotify. You can check out our amazing sponsors over at over in the show notes.
Yes.
Do not forget those links in the show notes. Use those. Very awesome, very cool sponsors, whether it's Sideshow Collectibles, Breezy, Valiant Vapes, Violet Vixen, Fanatical, Loot Crate, or Gary Poppins, Small Batch, Gourmet, Popcorn. I got them all this time. Got them all. But anyway, for Moriarty, this is Todd. Thank you guys very much for hanging out with us and bringing us into your homes, your cars, your audio devices, or if you're watching your ear holes, or your ocular sensors if you're watching the video version, and seeing all the weird faces I've been making all night. Yep. But anyway, until next time, guys, just remember, we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Later.
Big